Hello, everyone. Welcome to Coaching Think Talk. So I am Coach Candee Teng from Life Coach Philippines, and this is coaching for mental fitness. So this coaching conversation is for individuals who wants to become mentally fit so they can be empowered to take full responsibility and accountability with their decisions in life, regardless of their mental condition or their mental state. And my mission is to empower 1 million individuals to become mentally fit so they can courageously journey outside of their comfortable lifestyle towards the recovery of their broken name, broken identity, and broken dreams so that they can design and truly live a life of stewardship. So thank you for joining me live today, and please leave your digital footprints by letting us know where you are coming from today. Please do tag a friend and circulate this video to help us reach more individuals who might be in need of what I'll be sharing with you this session. So you may also give some shout outs to people you want to greet and reach out with some inspiring message. So if you are watching this on a replay, please do comment hashtag replay. So I am streaming via FB page of Life Coach Philippines and YouTube channel Coach AI-Connect. So if you are new to our platform, please like, follow, and subscribe. Yeah. So, my topic for this session is how excess sugar and carbs affects your brain. This is a very, very interesting topic. And ako, no, like ako, me personally, I used to have sweet tooth, no, as in, grabe yung craving ko when it comes to sweets. And let's really journey together this session and look into ano nga ba yung sugar and carbs and how it really affects your brain. And are you actually aware of how it affects your brain, or are you just aware of how they usually know how sugar and carbs just usually affects your physical health, your physical fitness, no? But do you know that it actually does something more towards your brain? So that is what we are going to journey on through this session. So, in case you're meeting me for the first time, my name is Coach Candee Teng. I am again from Life Coach Philippines. I am a professional CACC and mental health coach with coaching focus on healing and recovery through mental fitness. I am a proud master builder apprentice of Master Coach A, and we build tribe as we help your unstoppable dream to come true. And I am a proud scholar of Master Coach A's Tribe Speak, a six-step to six-figure speaking career training program. And I am the owner and creator of When Comfort is Not Too Comfortable coaching community. So when we talk about comfort, this is not limited to our physical comforts, but this is our mental comforts, our emotional comforts, the habits, the structure, the current structure that we have in our life that just forces us to be inside our comfort, no? And eventually we all know that we have to grow, and that happens when um we fear, no? There are so much fear involved in growing, and you choose to stay inside of your comforts. Kaya eventually you realize you are already being pained with your very own comfort because you know that you can do so much more and you can be more, no? And of course, there are people who like me, no, broken as they seem, they grew up with pain. They're very used to pain, and it's as if they feel, no, na a life without pain is impossible. And eventually, no, this becomes their comfort, and they don't want to journey on a life. They cannot even imagine a life without, or hindi naman without pain, but they are able to become happy, and they are able to enjoy life and know what life truly means, know what it means to live life. So these are the people who are comfortable with pain. But whether you are comfortable with pain or you are pained with comfort, know that your life, no, offers rewards rewards and lessons for every choices that you make. And choosing not to do anything is also a choice. So it is not true that you don't have any choice, because in fact you have a choice. You're just not making that choice. So if you are someone, no, who's like that, and you want a community who can understand you and who can really journey with you towards out stretching and expanding your comfort zone and eventually getting out of your comfort zone, because it is a process and it involves, of course, your mental fitness, then I invite you to join my group. And as you join my group, of course, answer the membership questions for your membership to be approved. And of course, I am a proud coachee of Master Coach A. And I'd like to congratulate Master Coach A. No, she has now acquired Rise Up Creative. So it's another passion project of Master Coach A for this year, no, bringing up the creative. So congratulations, Master Coach A. No, so it's now under Master Coach A in with Life Coach Philippines. So again, I am a coachee. Even now, I'm still a coachee of Master Coach A. I've been continuously investing in my not only in my coaching professional, but as well, no, on my growth as a person. Okay. And I first came to Master Coach A. I was clinically diagnosed with multiple mental illnesses. And through life coaching, no, through the process of life coaching, I was able to fully heal. So na-heal na ako from my mental illnesses through working with my mental wellness and my mental fitness. And that involves, no, the process involves so many things. But through the process, it's really a learning journey, and that's why we have coaching for mental fitness in order to educate with you, in order to educate you, in order to share with you my journey, and of course, um, hopefully, and I'm sure that you will journey towards your own path towards mental fitness as well. Ayan, have an intro. Okay, so um, connect with me through my page, Life Coach Candy, and also invite you to join my group when comfort is not too comfortable coaching community. And of course, this is my personal FB account. If you want to message me, if you have any questions, you have any personal message that you want to send me, here, this is my personal account. Okay, so this is my one and only account. I don't have any other account. And of course, I invite you to like Pick Up Coffee Republic, the home of certified life coaches here in the Philippines, and I am in the library area. So we are open from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. And of course, I invite you to become a channel of love and hope as you bless someone with a meal from Big Cup Coffee Republic, no? And along with the meal, let your personal message inspire someone today. Send a message of love, hope, light, encouragement, inspiration, even forgiveness. Ayan. So allow us to partner with you in bringing light and healing into someone's life this season. So every meal that we prepare here, no, comes with love, comes with prayers of healing, no. So hindi lang siya basta-bastang food lang na pinprepare para sa iyo, but it really comes with so much intentionality involved, no. And of course, we want you to as well feel and experience the decaf coffee experience, no, of having a safe space, a refuge, and having your own healing journey as well. So yep, so be blessed all the more by becoming a blessing to other people, especially in this tumultuous time during the pandemic. So before I proceed, I would like to greet my fellow digital learners, the digital fellow digital learners for this afternoon. So we have Coach Nords na hinahanap, si Mayor Leonard. We have Coach Marife. We have Coach Mau, Coach Rizel, si Coach Parts, saka si Coach Mau, no, na napakalayo na nandito lang din sa Bicap. And hello to Coach Joanna, ayan, watching from Laguna. Okay, so as I begin, I invite you to, of course, become intentional in getting your hashtag Pack My Bag moment. No? Sa dami namin ng sinabi ko, just focus on getting one lang. Hashtag Pack My Bag moment, and post this, of course, to your timeline so you can become a blessing to other people as well. So your hashtag Pack My Bag moment are aha moments, epiphany, lessons, words, sharing powerful truths that resonated with your heart. And when we talk about resonating with your heart, it doesn't necessarily it means it feels good, no? But sabi nga nila, truth hurts. So medyo may kirot yan. But you need this, and you know that this is for you. That's why this as well, no, becomes your hashtag Pack My Bag moment. So if you want to put a context on as well, no, on so that people will know where your hashtag Pack My Bag moment comes from. You can put hashtag coaching TikTok, hashtag coach mentally fit, Phil, and hashtag mental fitness first. And so let's proceed with our topic for this afternoon. Again, how excess sugar and carbs affects your brain health. So, tada! Presenting, ayan. So, these are sugar and carbs. Ayan. So, many people right now, no, especially this day, they prefer the convenience of having food, no, yung on the go. If you're someone who's really on the go and you're much of guilty and relate ka dito na you just grab, you go for convenience, no, instead of going through the tedious process of preparing your food and everything. You just meron tayong delivery, we have grab food delivery, food panda delivery, mga delivery online, no. And usually these are the food that's there, no. And these are actually carbs and sugar. So what do you know about carbs and sugars? Ayan. So again, there is no right and wrong, so feel free to share with me what you know about carbs and sugar. Ayan. Wala po, talaga it's general question, and I just want you to share your thoughts. Again, I value your thoughts, I value your feedback, I value your comments, and of course, as you share it, as you express and share your thoughts, you're doing something for your mental health, and as well, we get to stay engaged and have an interesting conversation, especially for this topic. So excited na excited talaga ako sa topic na to. Okay? Ramdam naman siguro. So feel free to share with me what are your thoughts about carbs and sugars. Ayan. Oo. Wala po dito again, there's no right and there's no wrong, and this is not meant to make you feel bad about yourself. No, this is again, the purpose of this is to educate you. And of course, before I proceed, this is a part of the 13-step formula to balancing your brain chemistry from Master Coach A, and we are on the fourth part. If you want to catch on the first three, I encourage you to go back to the YouTube channel for high definition video of Coach AI Dash Connect. So nandun yung previous episode. For this episode, we will be talking about eliminating excess sugar and carbs. And syempre, hindi naman natin basta-basta ini-eliminate yan kasi nga masarap kumain ng sugar and carbs. Di ba? Hashtag relate, hashtag agree. So what can you do no before you get to eliminate something? Of course, you know you have to understand what carbs and sugars does to our brain health and to our physical health. And of course, did you know that neurological diseases are 95% and are actually caused by environmental influences, and kasama dito ang food, okay, outside na pinapasok natin. Okay? And if you see me looking here, I'm looking at the press mat because it's bigger here. Okay? So you have si Joy. Hello, Joy. Kamusta ka? Okay. So, ayan, ang saya-saya. Did you know that the brain uses more energy than any other organ in the human body? Huh? That's very interesting. Okay. So again, the brain uses more energy than any other organ in the human body. And glucose is its primary source of fuel. Ayan, di ba? So pag tinignan niyo yung picture, I don't know if you can really see it, no? But this is a picture of a brain, no? Shape ng brain, but it's actually sugar. Candy siya. Candy coated siya. Okay? So, again, your brain uses hello, Coach Jonathan. Oy, si Coach Jonathan. Hello. So the brain uses more energy than any other organ in the human body. And glucose is its primary source of fuel. So maganda naman, di ba, na the glucose is actually the primary source of fuel. But, but, what happens when the brain is exposed to an excessive amount of sugar in your diet? So when you talk about diet, hindi to it doesn't necessarily mean no you're cutting back on food or what. Or when you talk about diet is a lifestyle. It's your eating lifestyle. Okay, so yun po ang diet. Yun ang meaning ng diet. Let's just put it into context. Okay, so the brain uses energy in the form of glucose to fuel cellular activities. However, a high sugar diet can lead to excess glucose in the brain. And did you know that studies have linked excess glucose consumption to memory and cognitive deficiencies? This is very, very interesting. Yeah. So let's talk about sugar. So what do you know about sugar. Kasi oftentimes when you talk about sugar, no, we have a very clear concept na ito ang sugar. Sugar are sweets, sugar are donuts, sugar are chocolates, ano ba, sugar are candies, sugar are brown sugar, white sugar, malamang, di ba? Yan, yung mga syrup. Syrup is also sugar. Biscuits are sugar, no? But did you know, actually, that when you talk about sugar, you're also talking about carbohydrates, okay? Because carbohydrates comes in several forms. So let's look at it in a macronutrient level, no? It's carbohydrates, okay? So carbohydrates includes sugars, okay, which can naturally occur in many food. And when you talk about sugar, it is not only limited to sugar na ganyan, na sweetened food, no? But this can be in a form of fructose, which is the sugar in fruits, no? And lactose in milk. Meron din pong sugar ang milk. We also have table sugar known as sucrose. Ito yung mga alam talaga natin na sugar, which is the table sugar, the sucrose. And this can be found in sugar cane, sugar beet, maple syrup. Okay, so yan siya. So while glucose and fructose are the main as well constitutes of honey. Okay, as mass production of food has become the norm, naging everyday part na to, no? Sucrose and other sugars are now added. Did you know that these are added to foods to make them more palatable? Masarap siya, 'di ba? Pag gusto mo ng mas malasa, gusto mo ng sugar, it helps, no? It really helps. And beyond the improved taste and the mouthfeel, yung panlasa, 'di ba? Yung mouthfeel of foods with high sugar content. Sugar has profound biological effects in the brain. Sino po dito yung nakakain ng sugar tapos naka-experience ng sugar rush? Sugar rush, yung biglang spike ng energy, okay? So that's what you call that's what you call sugar rush, yung biglang spike ng energy. And usually you can really observe this when you eat tawag dito sugar bars, chocolate bars. Ayan, chocolate bars. So chocolate bars. This is very evident when you eat high sugar foods, no. Talaga like literally sugar bar, 'di ba? If you're feeling low in energy, oftentimes I'm not saying this is you, baka si Day, no? Oftentimes, if you need a pick-me-up, quick energy, you reach for sugar, you reach for chocolate, you reach for gum, you reach for candies. Ayan. So, yan yung usually na ginagawa natin. Okay? So, sugar is not the only food that your body will actually turn into glucose. Okay? Foods that are quickly absorbed into the bloodstream can actually cause spikes in blood sugar, increase insulin levels, unless a food is, of course, no, in its natural whole state. Ibig sabihin, hindi siya sobrang processed. It is actually a refined carbohydrate. And refined carbohydrates often are made of sugar, syrup, flour, and starch. So malamang, when you talk about it, no, in a physical sense, malamang alam mo na effect nun sa physical body mo. Okay? So if you just, in case you don't know, later I will be sharing with you. And of course, to keep your blood sugar stable, you want to be able to avoid or limit, if you cannot avoid fully, you want to be able to limit refined carbohydrates. So this includes bread, pasta, cereal, processed grains, fruit juice, sweetened drinks, and desserts. So when you talk about sugar, again, it is not only limited to sugar, like literally na donuts, sweets, chocolates, okay? This can be form of bread, pasta, cereal, white rice, processed grains, yun yung white rice, no? Fruit juice, sweetened drinks, dessert. Sino po mahilig dito sa mga soda, Coke, Sprite, Royal, Pepsi, any kinds of soda, no? C2, yan, everything that's sweetened drinks. These are actually sugar and carbs and sugar siya, okay? Now, if you can see here, I'm presenting to you what sugar does to your body, okay? So sugar looks innocent, diba? But it's an inflammation bomb. It causes inflammation in different organs of your body, including the brain. So eating too much of it, actually, this is what can happen to you. So the first one, if you want to look at it here, I don't know if you can see it on screen. No, I think it's too small, but sabihin ko na rin so that you get to hear it. First effect on it, on the brain, is that sugar can rewire the brain's pathways, and diets full of processed and sugar-heavy foods can increase the risk of depression by 58%. This is very, very interesting. Very interesting tong study na to. Later on, babalikan ko siya, okay? Of course, for the heart, sugar inflames the linings of the arteries to the heart, and it increases the risk of stroke and heart attack. So it is not only limited to fatty foods, but sugar also plays a role when you talk about your heart health. Now, yung skin. So when sugar bombards your body, proteins incorporate it as part of their structure, aging skin and causing wrinkles as well, no? If you're high in sugar, I don't know if you've experienced it, but you sa neck mo, so if you see lines and it darkens, no, may black spot siya na hindi siya matanggal-tanggal, that's actually a sign of high in sugar, and usually merong skin tag, yung parang mukha siyang warts pero skin lang siya na na-excess na nakalawit. Ayan, those are actually signs of that you have high, no, high sugar in your body, in your system. Yan, 'di ba? Interesting siya. Oftentimes akala lang natin sugar can just be manifested in ano, no, yung weight natin. Of course, in kidneys, sugar overload can damage their delicate filtration system. So diabetes is one of the main causes of kidney failure. Okay? So we all know this, that if you are high on sugar, diabetes po talaga ang number one na kalaban mo dyan. Now, sa genitals mo, excess sugar can impair blood flow, upping the risk of erectile dysfunction in men and sexual arousal disorder in women. And of course, in your joints, akalain mo, di ba, high sugar diet pumps inflammatory cytokines into your bloodstream, which can exacerbate arthritis. Ayan. So when you talk about arthritis, usually, di ba, they talk about this on bean products like tofu, mga matataas sa uric acid usually, no. But did you know as well that sugar can cause this? And interesting enough, no, when you go back to the brain, it is very interesting that when you have a diet that is high in sugary foods, no, it increases the risk of depression by 58%. But would you agree with me that every time that you experience stress, we usually do emotional eating? And when you talk about emotional eating, when you grab food, usually you go for the unhealthy stuff, junk foods, potato chips, those are carbs, those are sugars actually, no? Ano pa ba? Fried food contains a lot of carbs, no? Not to mention the fats. Magpo-focus tayo ngayon sa carbs. Fried foods, burgers, iba lamang yung burgers niya, yung pastry niya, of course. Mga the other ano, no, good stuffs that you want to actually feel good. And there is actually a science behind it. There is actually a science behind it. So even a single instance of elevated glucose in your bloodstream, it can become very harmful in your brain, and it results in slow cognitive function and deficits in memory and attention. So research suggests, no, that high sugar consumption causes again inflammation in your brain, leading to many, okay, many brain issues na ang tawag natin doon. But oftentimes, ang makikita mo dito is memory difficulties, no? So, sugar as well affects the mood. And when you talk about mood, we all know that it all comes from your brain, okay? So, in healthy young people, the ability to process emotion is usually compromised with elevated blood glucose, according to a brain imaging study. And another study, no, in diabetes care, they found that people with type 2 diabetes reported increased feelings of sadness and anxiety during acute hyperglycemia. And there is as well a study, so I'm presenting with you facts, no, facts talaga to. In 2017, no, they found that those people with highest levels of sugar consumption were at 23% more likely to be diagnosed with mental disorder than those with lower sugar intakes. And ito, maganda to. I really love this, no? Because I, for one, no, I have a sugar tooth talaga ako before. Like, I'm really addicted to sugar. Pick me up ko yan. And I was clinically diagnosed with bipolar before. And one of the things that I really got to adjust, no, when I was bipolar is I was able to become aware of when the kalimutan ko yung tawag doon. When the manic episode hits, manic episode is yung high ka, yung high yung energy mo, yung feeling mo that you can do something and everything. That's the manic episode. And of course, there's the depressive episode. The problem really is not for me, no, personally, is not really the depressive mode, but it's actually the before that. Because before the depressive mode kicks in, may manic mode ka. So think of it as a roller coaster. The higher the manic episode is, the lower yun yung depression, mas babagsak ka. And one of the things that I adjusted here is my sugar intake because I have sweet tooth. Whenever I feel and I know that I am already in the bout of the manic side of depression, I cut down on sugar. I really adjusted my eating habit, no. It started with sugar. That's something that I really personally observed. When I cut down with the sugar, I became more as well mindful and aware that whenever I'm on the manic episode, hindi ko siya sasagarin. In short, ang tawag doon, you pace it. You pace the energy because it is high ka sa energy. High ka with things that you want to do. The key there is to be able to pace the energy to make sure it doesn't reach the peak para pag bumagsak yung depression, when the depression time comes, hindi siya sobrang bagsak. Eventually, I was able to manage the bipolar disorder with that, with just a simple mindfulness of eating. It started there, and of course, life coaching works, dahan-dahan pa yan, madami pa siyang process. But my journey really started with sugar. Kasi nga, sweet tooth ako. Okay? So that's one of the things that you can look into when you talk about sugar. Okay, so elevated blood glucose harms blood vessels as well. And blood vessel damage is the major cause of vascular complications of diabetes, which leads to other problems such as damage of blood vessels in your brain and eyes. Okay, so meron din siyang ganon. It damages the brain vessels in your brain and in your eyes. And excuse me, studies of long-term diabetics show progressive brain damage leading to deficit in learning, memory, motor speed, and other cognitive function. And did you know that the higher sugar intake that you have, yung size ng brain mo lumiliit? Ta-da! Yep. So frequent exposure to high glucose level diminishes your mental capacity. Okay, as higher HbA1c levels have been associated with greater degree of brain shrinkage. So ito yung sinasabi ko kanina. Okay? So even in those no without diabetes, pwede naman wala kang diabetes no, but you have a high sugar consumption, you want to be able to look into it kasi yung cognitive function mo na i-impair siya. And these effects are thought to be due to a combination of hyperglycemia, hyperglycemia, hypertension, insulin resistance, and elevated cholesterol. So nakakaangat din ng cholesterol and ng sugar. And additional research actually shows that a diet at high in added sugar no reduces the production of brain-derived neurotrophic factor or the BDNF, which is very, very crucial for your mental health. Sabi ni Coach Tit, ako yon. Tapos dati, everyday, milk tea din, meron yan. This is very, very interesting. Sabi ni Coach Lynn, ano din siya, sugar party, no? She's very guilty with that. Ayan. So, again, lower BDNF, which is a brain chemical essential for forming new cells, no? For new memory formation and learning. Okay? So, ini-impair niya yon. Kaya yung cognitive function mo, your ability to learn, nagde-decrease din siya if you have high sugar intake. Okay? And this is according to a study talaga. So, what I am presenting with you are all facts. And this is a very, very interesting one. Tada! sugar is as addictive as cocaine. And there is something that you called as sugar addiction. Mm, sugar addiction because it impairs with your brain hormones, just like how addiction, when we talk about addiction, no, drug addiction works. So if you see here, these are brain scans. So brain scan ng normal na tao, no? Brain scan ng tao na into cocaine and a person that is obese. When you talk about obese, malamang, di ba, high in sugar. It is impossible for you to be obese without high sugar. Okay? Ano yan? Well, technically, it's not common sense, but in the fitness industry, because I belong in the wellness and fitness industry, that's really common sense. It's impossible for you not to know this. Okay? Being a fitness instructor in a wellness um, instructor, it's impossible for you not to know that obese is talagang ano yan, may high sugar ka yan, okay? So another reason that sugar is harmful to your brain is because it affects certain neurotransmitters which can result in sugar addiction. And that hormone, that neurotransmitter is what we call dopamine. Ayan, di ba? Dopamine. Kaya nga may dope. It's meant to be a joke, okay? So dopamine is a neurotransmitter in the brain, and some of the processes it controls, no, includes mood, behavior, learning, and memory. And did you know that drug addiction and Parkinson's disease are some examples of conditions associated with disrupted dopamine levels? So when your sugar is high, excess na siya, it actually disrupts the dopamine levels as the brain becomes used to high levels of sugar. And there is actually a sugar addiction cycle as well that involves withdrawal. Ayan. Nagwi-withdraw ka, that's why when your body is withdrawing from the sugar, you reach out for more sugar and eventually nag-i-increase yung intake mo ng sugar just like when you are doing drugs. This is a very, very interesting study, okay? So sucrose activates, no, the sweet taste receptors in your mouth, which ultimately leads to the release of a chemical called dopamine in your brain. And dopamine, again, is a neurotransmitter, meaning it's a chemical that passes messages between the nerves in your brain. And when we're exposed to a rewarding stimulus, the brain responds by releasing dopamine, which is why it's often called the reward chemical. And would you agree with me? Pag naka-coke ka, cocaine, okay, naka-cocaine ka or in any other drugs, malakas kasi yung reward. The feeling that you get when you do drugs is it's rewarding. So dopamine siya. This is very interesting, okay? Kaya natin to, okay? I'm making it as simple as possible, you know. Pero excited talaga ako. Okay? So the rewarding effects of dopamine are largely seen in the part of the brain involved in pleasure and reward. Ayan. So reward governs our behavior. Meaning, we're driven to repeat the behaviors which causes the reward, which is the dopamine, to be released. And that in this case is sugar, intake of sugar. And dopamine can drive us to seek food such as junk food. Kaya relate po ba tayo? Now, this is the answer why when you are stressed, when you are emotional, when you go for emotional eating and stress eating, you grab for sweets and you grab junk foods. Yep, this is a simple explanation of that. Yeah, this is very, very interesting. Sabi ni Coach Lynn Garcia, connecting. Di ba connecting, Coach Lynn? Don't get me wrong, no. I'm as well guilty with this. And I'm really educating yourself and me in the process, no, educating myself. This gives so much aha moments. Yan. So akala mo, sabi nga ni Coach Lino, akala mo cravings lang siya, but it is actually, there is there is something actually that is already happening in your brain. And as you continue towards that cycle, no, you become addicted to sugar. So there is such a thing as sugar addiction, and oftentimes we are not mindful of it. Okay? And just like any other, no, if you are into health and wellness, no, if you're into wanting to cut back, no, on sugar, on carbohydrates, 'di ba hindi mo maipinta, hindi mo talaga ma-explain. Nakakayanan mo siya, but there is a certain time where your body would just want it and crave for it. And eventually, you'll give into that. So that is actually the withdrawal phase. Kasi nga, sanay na yung brain mo na ina-alter ni sugar yung dopamine levels mo. And of course, it's as well because it is the reward, no? Pressure and reward. So if you want the pleasure, if you're looking for the reward, ayan na, hahanapin na siya, especially pag stress ka. Malamang kasi 'di ba, pag stressed ka, science-based, cortisol level is high, therefore you want the dopamine level to go higher as well. 'Di ba parang gano'n siya, 'di ba? So gusto mo umangat yung dopamine level, that's why you go for junk foods, you go for potato chips, you go for burgers, 'di ba? You go for fries. Ayan, ito mga guilty po sa fries. Ayan, ayan. I'm really guilty with this, no. You go for tawag dito, chocolates. You go for your favorite junks, no? When you talk about junk food, when I see junk food, no, it anything that is not naturally occurring and it is processed is actually considered as junk. It is not naturally um not naturally occurring in the environment. Okay, processed siya, it's more likely junk. And mga fast food, anything that's fast, no, convenient is junk food. So when you talk about junk food, this include your canned foods, okay? Kasama yan junk foods. But no, if you're someone who is shifting into wanting to have a healthier lifestyle, that's why I promote Healthy Switch, no, especially here in Decaf Coffee Republic, in partnership with Coffee Republic, because it involves your mental health. And if you have a form of sugar addiction, hindi mo siya pwede bastang tanggalin because it can be more detrimental to your health. When you talk about detrimental, kasi nga may mindset na siya, may conditioning siya. So pag tinanggal mo siya, yung brain mo mag-survival mode siya. And pag nag-survival mode tayo, there's so much thing that happens in your brain and you eventually cannot control your brain. Kaya eventually, nagdo-double yung intake natin. You can't do that to your body. You can't do that to your mental health kasi kinakawawa mo si mental health. Isipin mo na lang na palagi siya naka-survival mode, diba? Kaawa-awa siya. Imbis na they get to function um, properly, no, without the survival mode, nandoon siya palagi sa survival mode. So that's something that you really want into. So when you talk about exercise and diet, no, and nutrition, it is not as simple as you just suddenly cut everything, go to the extreme. Hindi siya ganon kasi you have to consider your mental health. That's why you have healthy switch in order for you to transition to becoming healthy, because living a healthy lifestyle is actually an acquired, no, especially in terms of food, it is an acquired taste. Ibig sabihin, hindi siya naturally sa'yo. Ina-acquire mo siya, sinasanay mo yung katawan mo doon, and hindi mo siya masasanay ng overnight because it as well involves process. Okay, that's why you have healthy switch in order for you to transition. And right now, no, we have Citadel Slims. So that is a syrup, no, that is meant to replace sugar. It is 0 calories, zero sweet and natural sweetener siya. Okay, it is not processed. Okay, it is keto friendly. It is vegan friendly. It fits the standard of, excuse me, of kosher. Okay, so yung kosher is a Jewish standard in terms of food. So pag kosher standard siya, that is premium and high quality standard. So we have Citadel Slims na ano siya, going into a healthy living, a healthy lifestyle is not mundane, is not boring, hindi siya meant para purusahan ka. Going through it is actually and can be an enjoyable process if you know how to work things around and if you know how your mental health really works. Kaya siya part ng mental fitness, and I also do mindful eating because again, your body your body is dependent on the nutrients that you feed yourself in order to function. That's why we have mindful eating and coaching for mental fitness kasi po magkakabit siya. Okay? And with that, no, I would like to invite you on next Tuesday. I will be talking about sugar addiction. So I will be diving into sugar addiction. So madami na nag-uusap na sila dito, nakikita ko. No? Okay. So, guilty din daw si Coach Blissy. Yan. Yes, Coach Lynn. I love the brown sugar. If you're into milk tea, no? If you're like si Coach Lynn, she likes milk tea. Ako kasi personally, I'm not into milk tea. Okay? Wala ako sa milk tea. But if you're someone who's no into milk tea, tapos you're already di naman ayaw ko sabing addicted, but you're used to having it as part of your diet, no? And you find it hard to remove it from the diet. The brown sugar of Citadel Slims, ang sarap niya. It tastes like the tiger brown sugar. Yun talaga siya, no? So if you are looking for a healthy option to a healthier switch, then you can start with that. And if you want to know more about it, you can connect with me or you can connect with Coach Giselle at 0917-586-1661 to know more about Citadel Slims, what it is about, no? And of course, if you want to know, no, kung anong klaseng um, sugar siya, feel free to go into my personal timeline. I am posting there right now my wellness journey, my nth attempt to wellness journey, no? And Citadel Slim is featured there and nandoon yung um, I forgot how paano siya big kasi no erythro something. So yun yung component ng Citadel Slim. Okay? So with that, of course, hindi pa tayo nag-end. So you want to be able to eliminate sugar and excess carbs in your diet. So when you talk about diet, it's about your eating lifestyle because as you can see, sugar is mainly the root of all evil when it comes to a healthy body and mind. So it's not only on your body, no, it is also on your mind. And as well, high blood sugar seen in diabetics causes the brain to shrink and damages small blood vessels that bring oxygen and glucose to brain cells. And in fact, ito na yung sinasabi natin, no, there is a direct connection between high blood sugar and Alzheimer's, and some consider forms of Alzheimer's to be type 3 diabetes. And patients with diabetes may sometimes develop neuropathy in hands and feet, but they don't realize their brain is being damaged too. Because oftentimes, so we can only see visually kung ano na nangyayari sa katawan natin. We just feel no kung ano nangyayari sa katawan natin. But we rarely do consider what happens to our brain health. And with this session, I hope that you become educated and you become aware of what again, this is excess carbs and sugar does to your not only body, but to your mind as well. And with that, I have finally, matagal na po to, but finally, I am launching my health and vitality breakthrough coaching program. So this is a 6-month journey where you get to understand the concept of vitality, what it really means to be healthy, what vitality really means, no? And there is actually 6 pillars of vitality, and you get to learn and discover what these 6 pillars are, and you get to learn all about the factors that can affect a person's overall health and sense of well-being. And we get to dive deeper into why you might not be feeling your best in terms of energy level, in terms of the way you see yourself, the way you feel yourself, and we get to go into a journey of uncover strategies for boosting your overall health and wellness. And I am actually a fitness instructor as well, so I get this is already incorporated in the coaching plan. So this and as well though since I am my a mental health coach, we give value to your mental fitness first, and as well since I am doing coaching for mindful eating, this is as well a combination of knowing how to become mindful in your eating process and how to eventually transition to intuitive eating. Sabi ni Coach Dean, finally, ito na. Yes, ito na. So if you want to know more about this program, I invite you to connect with me. So this is unlike any other wellness program that only focuses on your physical body and your weight. This health and vitality breakthrough is a very holistic process that looks into your mental fitness, that really looks into your mental fitness and the different areas and dimensions of holistic wellness, which is the physical, mental, spiritual, and emotional health. Yun po siya. And this is again a coaching approach. So this is a very, very personalized program and customized program that will work for you, especially if those looking into exercises, no, ano ba talaga yung exercise and diet, no, lifestyle that will fit them. This is all inside the Health and Vitality Breakthrough Coaching Program. And if you are someone who is suffering, no, or from mental health condition, this is for you as well, as this as well has become my journey becoming bipolar, ADHD, PTSD, lahat po yan. And this incorporates hashtag healthy switch in partnership with Teacup Coffee Republic. Ayan po siya. So I am very, very excited to see you and to have you join my program. Okay, so as I end my conversation, let me invite you as well to be part of what we are doing as an organization of professional certified life coaches. So if you are not yet a smart holder of B-Learning e-card, so yung Health and Vitality Breakthrough Program incorporates mental models as well. And those mental models, no, comes from this be learning e-card, no. And you, of course, if you are not yet with us, of course you are missing the perks that we are enjoying, and today is the best time for you to take action. So connect with Coach Rizal to 0917-586-1661 to join the Be Learning Society, which is the tent maker of Be Learning Homes for mental fitness, where you get to enjoy 5% food and beverage discount from Decaf Coffee Republic, and you get full access to mental model masterclasses by Master Coach A, happening every fourth Saturday of the month, plus benefit from the 90-minute free coaching session with senior coaches from Life Coach Philippines. So you want to be able to save the date on October 23 at 7 p.m. for our next mental model masterclass, as Master Coach A will teach about the thought leadership mental model mastery. Okay, so for more information and registration assistance, connect with Coach Giselle to 0917-586-1661. And of course, for individuals who intend to embark on a journey of becoming a certified life coach like us and joining us in this very fulfilling profession, Master Coach A now offers co-actively co-create life coach certification program. So this is a comprehensive approach to learning and mastering life coaching as an active process of creating a new path to achieving results in life, so that success is inevitable in every coaching relationship. So this includes a 21-day web-based learning, a 3-day live coaching bootcamp with Master Coach A, and a 3-day live business bootcamp with senior coaching team. And of course, the program package also comes with many other bonuses. So connect with Coach Rizal to 0917-586-1661 to discover the opportunities waiting for you in this profession. And the date actually it's moved to October 9. It will start on October 9. Hindi lang po updated ang aking slide. Okay? So do join us for another coaching conversation tomorrow with Coach Orville for Coaching for Courageous Living at 10 a.m. Master Coach Jasmine for Coaching for Frontliners at 2 p.m. and Coach Joanna for Coaching for Moms in Transition at 4 p.m. So once again, this is Coach Candee Teng from Life Coach Philippines for Coaching Think Talk, because coaches like us think and talk like this. And this is us in the Philippines. Love and boom, love and boom, love and boom. Bye-bye.